Hey, welcome to another episode of After the Buzzer. This is our hot take. I'm your host, Lee Jones. This is our co-host, Cassius McGowan. What's up, Cassius?
What up? What up? What up? How we doing? How we doing?
Hey, man, we doing well. Look, recently on the episode of ESPN's First Take, Stephen A. Smith, Dan Orlovsky, and Kimberly Martin was discussing Lamar Jackson and his need to win the AFC Championship game this week and win the Super Bowl. And I want you all to take a listen to what Dan Orlovsky has to say, and then me and Cassius will come back and we'll chop it up.
Lamar has to go win the Super Bowl. Winning MVP no longer matters. Getting to the Super Bowl does not matter. I think, and hear me when I say this, Molly, Kimberly, Stephen A., and everybody, this is not pandering. This is not caping. This is the dead honest truth. And there's a little bit of insight to this. People that sound, or players that sound, look, and play like Lamar Jackson were never supposed to win Super Bowls in the NFL. In people's eyes, they were never supposed to win Super Bowls in the NFL. You weren't supposed to be able to stand on the podium and sound the way that Lamar does when he talks, or look the way that Lamar does when he talks, or play like the way that Lamar plays and win a Super Bowl. You might be good. You might win an MVP. There's people in the league, and they have publicly said, I don't care how many MVPs he wins. He will never win a Super Bowl playing quarterback. I don't care what they say. I think Lamar is very aware of that. I think Lamar is very aware of no matter what I do, until I win a Super Bowl, people are always going to think that I should have played running back. And that people that look like me, or kids that look like me, or come from me, or sound like I do, can't go play quarterback and win a Super Bowl in the NFL. Here's the thing for me, Stephen A., Kimberly, and Molly. We've had other black quarterbacks win Super Bowls in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes has won. Russell Wilson has won. Doug Williams has won. But when we hear those names at quarterback, we think throw first. We think a thrower or a passer first. We don't with Lamar. Most people think runner with Lamar. Most people think of athlete with Lamar. And for him to go win the Super Bowl, it completely changes the narrative around Lamar. It completely changes the narrative around that position when it comes to players that look and sound and play like Lamar, not only for people that are close to his age, but kids that watch Lamar. And I think their organization's very aware of it. I think their head coach is abundantly aware of it. And I think Lamar is very unapologetically aware of it, that he can't just get there. He has to win it.
Oh, wow. That's a lot, Cassius. That's a lot, man. Let's unpack this thing, man. Let's unpack it. First, Cassius, tell me what your thoughts are about what Mr. Orlovsky said. And give me your thoughts about, do you believe it? Do you think he is just exacerbating a stereotype that'll never go away, or somewhere in between? Hit me up, Cassius. What's your thoughts?
I think it's somewhere in between. I can see where he was coming, but to me, I guess far as when he's talking about, I don't understand far as it talking like Lamar, because I'm like, Lamar sounds like every other black person that I know. So I'm like, I don't know what talking, I don't know what that means. But far as, to me, he skipped the mark, because if he's saying this stuff about Lamar, we can equate this same narrative when Cam Newton was going to the Super Bowl. Cam Newton played the exact same way. He was just a bigger version of Lamar. So I guess unless he forgot Cam Newton, you can't forget Cam Newton. Cam Newton, he had 76 rushing touchdowns. So you can't forget that. So far as you can't, I can understand what he was saying far as looking like Lamar, I guess a running quarterback, I don't know. You know what I mean? I guess he's so used to we had the pocket quarterbacks, and I guess Russell Wilson. You know what? I don't understand what he's saying, because even Patrick Mahomes is a running quarterback. You know what I mean?
Preach, brother. Preach.
So I'm just trying to understand. I'm like, because I'm listening to him, I'm like, okay, I understand, but I don't understand, because Russell Wilson was a running quarterback. I'm like, he threw it, he passed too. So I'm like, he was majority a running quarterback. That's what Russell Wilson's strong point was. He was a running quarterback that could pass the ball. Lamar Jackson is a running quarterback that can pass the ball. Patrick Mahomes is a running quarterback that can pass the ball. Hell, Josh Allen he's a white quarterback that can run and pass the ball. I'm like, but that's the way the NFL is going, running quarterbacks that can pass the ball. But when he's saying, I'm just trying to get the understanding of what you are trying to say as far as the narrative. I guess he's with the Braves, he's blackity black or what? I don't know. Like, I'm I don't know.
Look, man. Let me say this to you, Cassius. Let me say this to you. We're embarking on Super Bowl 58.
Yeah.
58. There's been 11 black quarterbacks to start a game in the Super Bowl within the 58 Super Bowls. It's coming up, and it's going to be 12 with the one between Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Okay,
Right.
There's been 3, as he said, to win Super Bowls, right? And so this notion of passer first and Lamar being a runner, that's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's a stereotype that the NFL and and as we say, the NFL is one of the overt racist organizations in this country.
Yeah.
When you look at behind the scenes and subliminal messages sent by people within the NFL, it's a microcosm of society, right? And so Mr. Orlovsky saying that he needs to win the Super Bowl bad to debunk some of these stereotypes, the way he talks, the way he walks, I guess the tattoos, his hair, that's ridiculous. That's racist. Now, I'm not calling Dan Orlovsky racist because I don't know Dan Orlovsky, but his comments borderline on a stereotypical notion of what the black man is. And especially, I want to say this, when you think Russell Wilson and you think Patrick Mahomes, you think the clean cut African American person or quarterback. If we're going to have one, we're going to have one like Russell Wilson. We're going to have one like Patrick Mahomes. I love Patrick Mahomes, but we're going to have one that's clean cut. When you look at Lamar Jackson, in some people's eyes, they look at inner city. They look at
that's why I say
black
blackity
people.
black. That's why I say blackity
they look
black.
At
like
urban. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what his take reminds me of. Think about this. Josh Allen needs to win a Super Bowl. He hasn't won one.
Right.
Justin Herbert hasn't won a Super Bowl.
At all.
Trevor Lawrence haven't won a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow's played in one, but he hadn't won a Super Bowl. Why does any of those guys need to win Lamar needs to win a Super Bowl any more than any of those guys? All of them needs to win a Super Bowl for their legacy. But we're not talking legacy. We're talking Lamar's appearance and the way that he talks. And the way that now he plays. No, that's stereotypical. And shame on Orlovsky for even going there. Yeah, that might be some people in the NFL, these anonymous people who are scared to put their name under their quotes. But that's that's every day in society. You experience it, Cassius. I experience it. All black people experience it, right?
All of us
but
do.
This was ridiculous. It's shameful. It's disrespectful to the accomplishments of Lamar Jackson, who is about to win his second MVP. Do you know you can count on one hand the number of people that have won multiple MVPs in the NFL?
Right.
And he's about to win his second MVP, and Orlovsky spews dismiss. Now, Orlovsky, like I said, I'm not going to call him a racist, but what I do know is he's a career backup. Yeah. And he's not equipped. He's not equipped, in my opinion, to make these kind of observations about Lamar Jackson. And whoever those people are, because I don't know who those people are, Cassius. You know, who are those people? Put names to them. But that is ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. And shame on Dan Orlovsky. An interesting thing about the video, look how uncomfortable Kimberly Martin looks. Look how comfortable Stephen A looks when he's saying those things. And they should have checked him right on the spot, because that take is ridiculous. And it's shameful. And let's go, Lamar. Let's get this Super Bowl. But anybody that would say that and have that opinion, all you're doing is feeding into stereotypes that has been out there on black people in any job, Cassius, that we do for hundreds and hundreds of years. Hey, this is After the Buzz's hot take on ISF Productions. Guys, please comment, like us on this topic, share this video and this clip, and then subscribe. This is what we do. This is how we go on After the Buzzers every day, all day. Hit us up. Let us know what you think. We'll talk to you next time.